Hi folks, so in this video what we're going to do is we're going to start looking at getting our player to collide with objects, and also on top of that we're going to make it so our player can actually go under and behind the actual tree, so it does actually appear that all the layers are separate within our lovely game. First of all, what we're going to do is actually play around with the size. I've decided the actual sprite sheet for this example we're going to set back to being the scale of 1, and we're actually going to then set the character collider for the capsule down to about the same size as the actual character. So about 16 by 16 will do. Now, just to make sure this works, we're then going to compile it, test it, and of course our character does appear a bit bigger, but it seems a bit nicer the actual way we've got this working at this moment in time. The collision seems to be more rounded to the actual character, which is quite nice. If it does appear, of course, too big, what we can do is start playing around with the actual orthographic camera as well, or maybe move it in a bit, or of course even consider reducing the capsule size and the actual player size. Now the next thing we're going to do is actually think about where the start location for our character is. At the moment, don't worry if it ever says the word bad size, that's not relevant at all. What we can do is go on to the lovely image here, onto the right side image, which will then chuck this into a wireframe, and actually think about repositioning our character. So if I put it about here on the second layer of our game, go back into perspective, then play, what you'll notice is my character is colliding nicely with the actual pixel collision, and also can then hide behind the lovely tree. If for any reason I decided to put this forward and play, you notice now I'm actually able to walk behind the grass, which of course we don't want. So with that in mind, move this perhaps behind here, and maybe let's think about changing our base sprite to something like 0.5 again, just to check to see how we like it, and let's change the camera maybe to 512 this time. Then press play. Collision works. Well, doesn't work. Let's set that back to 1. There you go. And it's all about playing with the values until we have something that we actually like and that feels right. I mean, of course, what we could do is set down the size of the character and then decrease the actual capture collision as well, which may work as well.